That looked perfect.
Welcome back to JR Pro Shop Vids. Today we have Jungo throwing the new Idol Helios. So I swear I've seen this color on a bowling ball before, and I realize it looks a lot like a house ball. 8 pounds. Really excited to see this ball review. For those of you who don't know, the Idol is Jung's favorite ball of all time. And it's one of my favorites too, so if he makes the ball look good, I might have one of these Helios coming my way. So the Helios here has the same icon core found in all the other Idol balls, but this ball here has a brand new cover stock in the Extreme Tracks solid reactive cover. So because of the brand new blend, I'm expecting it to hook a little bit earlier and maybe just a touch more overall when compared to the original Idol here. So for a fair comparison, both of these balls are laid out the same, 65 by 5 by 25. This is Jung's standard layout for all symmetrical balls, so we should get a really good comparison. We have 2 patterns for Jung today. The first one, 42-foot carbon. We use it quite often. It's 10-to-1 ratio, super easy, very similar to your regular house shot. I expect these balls to be really good on the fresh, especially on the house shot. Jung's going to be able to miss right, have the ball hook back, miss left, have a little bit of hold. So I think these are really great benchmark balls, and I'm excited to see how they roll. So on the other lane we have 40-foot Mercury, a challenge pattern, so a little bit more difficult. Again, I think these balls are going to be really good on the fresh, and I'm excited to see how Jung kind of controls his break point and the shape of the ball down lane. I think that's enough talking for me. Let's head out onto the lanes and see what these balls really do.
What's up everyone? Jungo is back. Brand new Idol Helios from Roto Grip. Gonna replace the Idol, I'm assuming, solid cover. Nice bright orange. It's actually brighter in person than it is on the computer screen, so I kind of like that. We're gonna bowl in the house shot here first. Really dry on the outside, oily in the middle. Probably something this ball is going to look really good on. So let's test it out. First shot, let's stand on 28 here, and 17, 18 at the arrows, out to about 10. Yeah, that ball is really good. I think it's stronger than the original Idol for sure, just based on a couple of shots I've thrown in warm-up and whatnot. I missed a hair left there. Held its line really good, went through the pins really strong. So let's stay in the same spot there and get it out to the right a little bit more. Let's see what happens. 28, let's hit 17 or 16 here. Again, really good shot, just wrapped at 10. We're just gonna slow it down a touch on the last shot, left at 10 pin there. These kind of balls, like the symmetric solids, probably really good on house shots because they do blend out that high ratio of 10-to-1, 12-to-1. Yeah, much better. Move a little bit right and gas the speed up a bit. Let's see if it can maintain that really nice shape into the pins. Much earlier than the original Idol, I think, the magenta. So we're gonna catch the dry boards a little bit earlier, so we're gonna have to amp the speed up here. All right, not bad. Hit my mark. We're just gonna have to gas the speed a little bit more to hold its line, since we're hitting the dry boards a little bit earlier. Really liking the solid color. Can't go wrong with that. All right, a little bit more speed. Yeah, since it touches the dry a little bit sooner, just a little bit flatter off the spot. Probably not the ideal place to play on this pattern. Let's go 5 more to the right. Ultrasonic speed. Yeah, it still maintains its shape pretty nice actually, hitting the dry boards a little bit sooner. Definitely good when you're playing on house shots. Play all over the lane, blend the pattern out pretty nice. All right, let's go back to the original line, original Idol. Brought back to box. It's got a zillion games on, but still reacts really good. Wow, definitely later and sharper. The new Idol is definitely earlier and smoother for sure. Let's throw the original Idol again. We're just gonna move 2 boards to the left though. Original Idol is definitely stronger down lane. Brand new Idol, brand new cover stock made by Roto Grip. Feel like it's a little bit stronger than the original Idol. Therefore you get a little bit earlier roll, a little bit smoother roll. You're able to play a little bit further right with it. Let's throw this on the same line I just struck with the Idol, and let's see if it can corner down lane as well. Yeah, it definitely is smoother. I missed left with that one, just a hair, and it went dead flush like the Idol, which I got a little bit further right, and it definitely had a little bit more kick down lane. So very, very similar, but I can tell the new cover stock's a little bit earlier, a little bit smoother rolling, much better for the fresher conditions. All right, let's go 5 more to the left, and let's see how it performs. Yeah, definitely doesn't have enough gas to get back from there, so let's slow it down a touch and increase the axis rotation, get around a little bit more, have it corner down lane. Okay, even with a little bit slower speed and the increased axis rotation, still just a little bit light from there. So I think this is a perfect spot for the original Idol. Really good. I even threw that one a little bit hard and it still made the corner. So if you have an Idol, it's getting really old, lots of use, the new Idol is gonna fit right in there. All right, 5 more left. The slow wheel, see if we can hook down lane. Almost, not quite. So if you're getting super deep, super left, gotta make the big swing out. Definitely gotta change balls. Okay, same line with the original Idol. We are now standing on 40. Yeah, definitely more kick down lane with the Idol. All right, let's head over to the challenge shot, Mercury. All right, halfway through the vid, question time with Jungo. Since we're throwing the Idols, I wanna know who's your Idol? Bowling, PBA, any sport, doesn't matter, any person. Me personally, I grew up liking Chris Barnes, a really smooth player, was on TV a lot, and that's who I looked up to, that's who I tried to model my game after. So let me know down in the comments, who's your Idol? All right, we just got finished bowling on the house shot over there, saw how the ball reacted, really nice, really even and smooth. Let's take it to something a little bit more difficult, 40-foot Mercury. Pattern I think these balls will really shine on, so I'm gonna start a little bit further right on Mercury than I did on the house shot, just because the oil is a little bit evenly spread out a little bit more across the lane. So let's start on 23. Ooh, pretty lucky there. Trip 4-9. Probably just a little bit too far right to start. Pretty good shot though. Let's just move 2 boards to the left with my feet. Excellent ball for the fresh. Just reads that midline really well. Strong cover stock. Won't overreact in the back end, right? All right, 2 boards left. Let's try and hit the same break point there, around 9, 10. That looked perfect. Excellent ball to start on the fresh with. Let's go over to the Idol original. So we know from the house shot over there that this ball hooks a little bit later and a little bit sharper down lane. Let's see how it does in the same spot. Challenge pattern though, right? So it's gonna react a little differently. Just a little bit further down lane than the new one. So the new Idol can definitely replace your old one if it's getting all beat up. Need a new piece right in the middle of your bag. Benchmark ball, Idol, phase 2 kind of deal. This will do it. All right, let's go 3 boards to the left. That was one of the great things about that original Idol. You know, you could use it on the fresh, play pretty straight, and then you can move way left with it, and it was really versatile. The Helios is a little bit earlier, a little bit smoother, so it's not gonna get as far left as you could have with the original Idol, but really close. Fall down, man. Good shot though. Just reads that touch earlier. I think the Helios would probably be the ball to use on this shot if I were to bowl for score. All right, so we know these balls look really good in the middle of the lane. Kind of little baby swing to the break point around 10. Let's go way right. Let's go up 5 here on the Mercury and see how it goes. Up 5, I said. I better hit 5. Wow, that picked up really early. I'm gonna have to get behind the back of it at the release point and throw a little bit harder. nice response to hand position change and speed changes. Gonna be a really nice ball to play further right with, straighter angles. Not too much of a swing, right? Because it's not gonna have that crazy back end that you need when you play way inside and left. But if you're gonna play straight, need a ball that's really controllable, this ball's good. All right, that's up 5, let's go up 10. Really good. So I would say if I were to play straight, I would use the Helios. If I were to play in and try and hook it a lot, I would use the original Idol, just a weaker cover, a little bit more back end. So with that being said, let's move way left. 35, slow hooking. Ooh, that looked pretty good actually. I think we gotta go a little bit further in order for it to not look that great, so let's keep going. Yeah, pretty decent shot, and you can see it left a 10 pin. Just a little bit too smooth from way inside there. Let's do the original Idol on that line. I think it should strike, no problem. Yeah, just that touch more back end really helps the carry percentage from way inside left like that. So definitely a limit with the Helios going left. But going right, straight, really good. Really good. Let's go to the shot. All right, everyone, we're back from the lanes throwing the new Idol Helios against the trusty old magenta original Idol. And definitely just what we expected. The new Idol, just a little bit stronger cover, so it rolls a little bit earlier. Definitely smoother down on the back end. Much easier to control the fresh conditions on the house pattern and on the challenge pattern 40-foot Mercury. So definitely a little bit of a difference, but not too much as if you want to replace your original Idol with the new one. You can definitely get a really similar shape out of it. Maybe just have to do a slightly different layout. Really good, really close. And I think this ball is going to be really popular. So on the house shot, which contains a lot of oil in the middle of the lane and really dry boards on the outside of the lane, you really want to control the way it hooks when it hits the dry too early and when you keep it in the oil too long. So you want that little bit of miss room there, and this ball really controls that nice. When you get to the dry, it doesn't overreact, and when you miss left into the oil, it's got enough left in it that it will hook down lane and still hit the pocket for you. So if you're bowling on lots of house shots, you're bowling on easy conditions, and you just want a ball that is going to work on that, this is the ball. The original Idol, this was also a really good house shot ball, just a little bit longer down lane and a little bit sharper than the Helios here. So in conclusion, both balls really good for house shots, just a slightly different shape down lane, a little bit smoother, a little bit flatter, and a little bit more sharp, more continuous. Then we moved over to the challenge shot 40-foot Mercury. Since that pattern's a little bit more difficult, the shape that you need to create down lane is a little bit more difficult. The Helios here was really good. I was able to stay a little bit further right and amp the ball speed up and keep it on line, and it went through the pins really nice. As I got further and further left, it still looked okay, but there became a point where when I got too far left, I started leaving weak 10s and the ball just wasn't getting through the pins too great. And that's where this Idol came in, just a little bit sharper down lane and goes through the pins just a little bit better from being way inside left. If I'm gonna go to a tournament, I'm gonna bring both. This is gonna be the first one out of my bag, and this will be the second. And with all that being said, this ball is really early rolling, really smooth, predictable, so definitely a good ball for the fresh. Solid cover stock, and it's not gonna do anything too crazy on you, but when the lanes start to transition, the oil starts to evaporate, move around, then you want to get into something that's a little bit longer and a little bit sharper down lane. So maybe like the Idol Pearl or something like that. In conclusion, if you have an old Idol that's all beat up and you can't find a new one, the new Idol is going to be really close. You might have to change the layout just a touch to get the exact same shape, but otherwise, really close bowling ball, and if you like the Idol, you're going to like the Helios here. To tie everything together, definitely a really good benchmark ball. It's going to fit right in the middle of your bag. It's going to be nice and strong, early rolling piece. You're going to have balls that hook less, you're going to have balls that hook sharper, and you're going to have balls that hook more. So just a really good benchmark right in the middle of your bag. Great ball for all patterns, and I will definitely be bringing it to tournaments. I'm going to drill a pin down one and see how that rolls, but the pin up one here, definitely really nice on fresh conditions. Personally for me, I really love the Idol, as everybody knows. I really love this ball. Solid color and the solid cover really suits my eye, so definitely did not disappoint me here. Don't forget our question down in the comments. Who is your Idol? It can be any person who inspires you. And for me growing up, that was Chris Barnes bowling on TV. I really wanted to emulate him. So let us know down in the comments. Like, subscribe, stay tuned for our next vid, everyone.